for their supposed protected world title, the most protected, prestigious world title in the business. You've got Twinkle Toes McFingerbang defending against Pac and Pockets. Pac looks like a badass looking bodybuilder, but Harpo looks like a Cirque du Soleil performer wearing spandex, and Pockets looks like some guy that just wandered in out of a trailer park. And they have a three-way, and you know what that means? No disqualification and no count out, like there ever is to begin with. Or we could say it all together, lazy booking. But how can you make these matches no DQ and no count out when nobody ever gets disqualified or counted out in any of the regular matches, even though they should? And now this is just a reason to be even sloppier. And I knew what it was going to look like going in. I didn't know it was going to last as fucking long. And there's no good three ways. But this was even worse because it just would not stop. And it was the same thing over and over through the whole match. One guy fucking hits another guy with something that in a normal match they would sell for maybe 5 or 10 seconds, or they might sell it for 30 seconds if they were selling it like it should be sold, and they disappear for 3 or 4 minutes so the other guys can do their stuff. And then that first guy will wander back in and start fucking doing something when it's time. But between just this constant back and forth, move, with one guy disappearing and the other two doing it, and the visual at one point when old Harpo Fingerfuck tackled Pockets back in the corner, it looked like one of the boys stopping a mark when he hit the ring. And then another one will disappear. If these guys are so hurt that they're out of the match for minutes at a time, why doesn't one of the other guys just go beat them? Alternating moves. I can give Twinkle Toes a compliment. He does look like an athlete. He acts like an idiot. He looks like an athlete. But the visual of Pockets in the ring with these two guys just is distracting and embarrassing. And I still can't unsee the weird way that Pockets hits the ropes flat of his back. God,
he's having a real tough time doing the Pockets gimmick now that he's wearing the stretch pants instead of the jeans. Because every time he puts his hands in his pockets, his pants go down. He has to hold them up while he puts his hands in there now.
Maybe he should gain some weight. He looks like he uses a Cheerio as a hula hoop. Just get a man's physique, for fuck's sake. There was one point where Harpo dove over the top rope on both of them and laid there and made some silly faces mugging for the camera. You know what? It's like watching a highlight video. There's no story. You can follow nothing. It's just people doing things over and over with no context. And Harpo kept pointing his fingers and doing the little skipping knee lifts, the Canterbury knee lifts, where he does the little horse canter and then does a knee lift. He tried to German suplex Pockets off the top rope, but Pockets grabbed his pants to block it. So because he grabbed his pants, he couldn't, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And then he dove off the top with his hands in his pockets. Harpo and Pac did some contrived shit on the top rope, and then Pac hit Harpo with a superplex, and Pockets tried to steal it, but Harpo kicked out. That was a decent false finish. Because it looked like... Because honestly, you would have thought that Pockets was going to win there. And everybody in that building knows that Tony Khan is stupid enough and unprofessional enough to actually put his belt on this joke. So it was a believable false finish. And I enjoyed that. I'm trying to be positive here. We are 20 minutes in at this point of this match. And that's when Pockets started doing the fake shin kicks to Pac. And Pac hauled off and kicked him in the balls. And that's when I said, I'm done. I'm skipping to the finish. Because if somebody can explain to me why that this fucking idiot would throw fake shin kicks to this guy 20 minutes into a match for the world title against a guy who's been kicking the shit out of him all night, and they can explain that to me without saying, well, that's his character, then I would watch the rest of this match. But since nobody can because it's inexplicable, I'm going to the fucking finish. So basically, apparently Harpo knocked the referee out on purpose and then hit Pac with one of his title belts. And then Callis threw another title belt in and he hit him with that. And then Callis threw another title belt in and he hit him with that. And then Callis threw another title belt in and he hit him with that. And that's where I said, fuck the finish. I'm fucking done. We're 30 minutes in. I don't give a fuck. And I skipped ahead. What did I miss? Did anybody ever win this thing?
Kenny Omega still the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. I, like you, am not a big fan of the three-way matches. I wasn't crazy about this match. But even worse to me than the pockets thing, and it's one thing doing that at the start of a match, another thing in the midst of the match, but I hated the finish. I absolutely hated the finish. By the way, what's the fourth belt? He's the AEW champion, the Impact champion, the AAA Mega champion. What's the fourth belt?
He's got to be an intergender champion somewhere, isn't he?
Will you stop it?
I'm just saying, I'm sure he's some intergender champion or confused gender champion or
awful
mysterious gender champion or something. Anyway, so this fucking thing was a four-finger stinker, and it took 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
And coming out of this and the Battle Royal earlier, we're going with Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy next. Well, Jim, you brought up before that maybe Pockets needs to gain some weight. I don't know about that, but I would recommend that he right now, get a wonderful order, a wonderful package from our friends at Omaha Steaks, because I know that's what I just did, and I think I gained a few pounds.
Well, Pockets needs a whole lot more than some meat and potatoes to gain weight on that skinny skeletal frame, but I'll tell you how you can eat like a king, and you're not going to gain weight because it's healthy, because it's all good for you, because it's meat and potatoes and chicken and sides and desserts and all kinds of good stuff. That's our friends, as you mentioned, at omahasteaks.com. Folks, Father's Day is around the corner. The Get Out and Grill assortment at Omaha Steaks is in full effect, and you can get ultra-juicy burgers, plump chicken breasts, sides, desserts, 4 10-ounce butcher's cut New York strips, all this and 4 free New York strip burgers with your order. They're ultra lean, but have bold flavor. Omaha Steaks isn't just steak. It's the best steak of your life. And right now, you can visit omahasteaks.com, use the keyword JCE, and order the Get Out and Grill assortment, where you can send Dad, or if you are Dad, you can send yourself more than just a gift. It's an experience and a great meal. The Get Out and Grill assortment has the butcher's cut strips, the chicken breasts, the steak burgers, the jumbo franks, the steakhouse fries that are new to me, and I love them.
Those
the
are
caramel
great.
apple tartlets. Oh, man, those steakhouse fries. You ate those first without any meat even.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, go to omahasteaks.com, use the keyword JCE, and get 4 free New York strip burgers with your order. That's omahasteaks.com, keyword JCE for the Get Out and Grill assortment, and you'll get 4 free New York strip burgers. They've got all kinds of stuff. You ought to see the advertisement. They got lobster. They've got everything. I need to go work for Omaha Steaks instead of watching these bad wrestling programs.